Hi, this is Summer Morgenstern, and this is my dissection of a sheep brain. Here with the dorsal side up, this is after I've dissected it, we have what appears that the duramater has already been removed, possibly the arachnoid. There's a very thin membrane that I tried right here, you can see, to remove. It's super hard. I believe that is the pia mater. The cerebrum, which is the largest portion and anterior of the brain up here, contains gyrus. They're folds of the cerebral cortex. And the sulci are the little grooves in between the gyri. The medial longitudinal fissure is what I cut down the middle, separating the left and right hemispheres. The four lobes of the brain, we have the frontal lobe up here. The frontal lobe controls some motor functions. Dorsal to this lobe is the parietal lobe. The parietal lobe receives and processes somatic sensory information. Inferior to the parietal lobe is the temporal lobe. The temporal lobe receives and processes auditory sensation, and dorsal to that we have the occipital lobe, which receives and processes sensations from the eyes. The cerebellum, which is the cerebellum back here, which I cut through, is controls muscle coordination. Now with the ventral side up, kind of hard to do with with one hand. The dorsal side up, the brainstem, which consists of the medulla, which is here, the pons, the widened portion, and the midbrain, the spinal cord down here at the end with central canal running through it. The olfactory bulbs appear to have been cut, but prior to dissecting or cutting down the middle, you're able to see the optic chiasma, which is the crossing point of nerves. The left and right hemispheres, after you cut through them, you can see a lateral ventricle. The septum pellucidum is here. I cut through the corpus callosum, which is a large band of nerve tissues connecting the two cerebral hemispheres. The septum pellucidum is a thin, transparent membrane that's located inferior to the corpus callosum. The thalamus is here with the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is inferior to the thalamus and is responsible for regulation and maintenance of internal homeostasis by controlling body temperature, appetite, and fluid balance. After the hypothalamus, we have the pineal gland. The pineal gland is an endocrine gland located in the roof of the third ventricle. It secretes melatonin, and then again have a cross section of the pons and the medulla oblongata. The cerebellum, this is pretty neat. You can see the arbor vitae, or a branched tree-like pattern. Then, after making a cross section here, you can see that it looks like we have the white matter, internal white matter, and the gray matter as well. And that is my dissection of the sheep brain.